Right, so here we've got an example style question with basically 3 bits, all linked to that function at the top, that f of x equals 2x squared plus 12x plus 5. So let's wade on into it. So we've got part A. It says find the discriminant. Always a good idea, write it down first so you show an exam, you know what the discriminant is. So find the value of it. So we've got A is 2, B is 12, C is 5. So that's going to be 12 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5, what's that? So that's 144 minus 40, which is 104, and that's that bit sorted. And on we go to part B. So we've got to write it in this form: ax plus b all squared plus c, which is just the maths way of saying write it in completed square form. So we've got 2x squared plus 12x plus 5. So completed square form, first thing we've got to do is deal with that bit there. So let's just take that out. And what I tend to do is, rather than taking out the whole thing, I'm just going to take it out of the first 2 terms, and I'm going to put in a big old square bracket, mainly because I know later on I'm going to need some curly brackets, so it just helps see what's going on. The plus 5 is just going to sit on the end there, so I'm going to take the 2 out, so I've got x squared plus 6x. What I'm going to do now is do the completed square bit on the bit inside the big square brackets. So I've got 2, there's my square brackets. The plus 5 I'm leaving there, so here we've got x plus, and we need half of that coefficient, so that's x plus 3 all squared. That thing at the moment gives us x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. We don't want the plus 9 because we want our square brackets just to have x squared plus 6x in them, so I'm going to take off the plus 9. Next thing I'm going to do is then just deal with the square brackets, just multiply them out. So I've got 2 lots of the x plus 3 all squared, then I've got a minus 18, then plus 5, and the last thing to do then is just tidy up those bits. So I've got 2x plus 3 all squared minus 13, and there you go, you've got it in completed square form. And if you wanted to say, okay, A is 2, B equals 3, and we've got C equals minus 13, and there we go. And now on we go to part C. So what we've got here, we've got it's a tangent. So we've got to find the value of this thing here, the k. So let's proceed as if we're going to do some solving. So we've got 2x squared plus 12x plus 5 equals 6x plus k. Right, so if we're going to solve this, we just make it a quadratic equal to 0. So let's do that. So we've got 2x squared plus 6x plus 5 minus k equals 0. Now, if we know that it's a tangent to the curve, we know that we've got a repeated root, so we know that b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So that's our way in to be able to find the value of k. So what have we got in terms of values of a, b, and c? Well, a is the 2, b is the 6, nice and simple, and then that whole thing there, because remember k is just a number, that thing is your c. So we've got 6 squared minus 4 times by 2 times by 5 minus k is equal to 0. So let's do some tidying up. So we've got 36 minus, we've got there 8 times by 5, so that's 40. And I've got a minus times by a minus k there, so that's going to be plus 8k equals 0, giving me 8k equals, well, that bit there is minus 4, move it over, that becomes a 4, and therefore k equals a half. And it said find the value of k. I know I only need 1, I don't need any more than that, so that is that all done and sorted.